Hey everybody, this is a quick video covering tasks in Command. So as you can see, we are on our home page here, and there is actually a widget for your tasks here on the home page. If you do not already have this widget here, I suggest editing your home screen, which you can do up here, and making this visible for when you log in. If you have anything that's due today or is past due, it will show up here on your home screen just to kind of remind you, hey, don't forget about this, so you don't miss anything that's important. If you don't know how to move your widgets around or add different widgets, please reference the video in this playlist called Command Dashboard, and it'll show you how to do that. So we're going to start here by going three applets down. You'll see tasks. We're going to go ahead and click that. So as you see, there's two different types of tasks. There's contact tasks and there's opportunity tasks. So we're going to start with contact tasks. And as you can see, I don't have any due today. If I want to see farther out, I can just click this drop-down menu here and I can look at only my past due, what's up in the next 7 days, the next 30 days, every day, a custom range. I can look back on things that were due. So we're going to go with the next 7 days for now. So I have a lot of contacts due for blah, blah, blah. If I see that maybe I've double booked this, I can just come over here and hit archive, and it will archive this task. I can also complete it. I'm going to say, yes, I set this out to call him 3 days from now, but I actually talked to him today. I can enter my notes here of what we talked about and hit complete task. So both of those are options depending on what you do here. And then of course you can also snooze this task if you wanted to. This is a feature specifically helpful if you have a task that's overdue and you want to snooze it. You can put it off for several days, or you can snooze until an unspecified date. I would suggest doing days for your intervals, so you can pick a preference. I do snooze interval in days, and I just do 1 day. So when I do that, it moved it from the 27th to the 28th. So you can always do that ahead of time or at the time that it is due if you're like, no, I'm just going to wait another day. So first we're going to show you how to create a task manually. So this is, you're bustling around, you got all kinds of stuff going on, and you want to remember something that you're thinking of, and you want to make sure you associate it with that client specifically. We are all guilty, I'm sure, of writing things down on sticky notes and then losing said sticky notes. This takes care of that. No more sticky notes needed. You go up here to create new task. We're going to enter the name of our task and call it call Bob blah blah. We're going to make it all day because we don't really care necessarily when he gets called. I'm going to make the due date for this Monday, as it's almost the end of my work day. I don't want to call him over the weekend. We'll just put it off until Monday. Here you could write a description if you wanted to, if there was something specific you wanted to remember to talk to Bob about. Let's just say ask about pre-qual status. Here you can go to associate contacts, and you can actually associate multiple contacts at one time. However, for the purpose of this, we're just going to associate Bob by himself. Going to hit associate contacts. He is there now. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to be able to easily pull up his information. So we hit create task, and now that task is associated with Bob. So that's how you manually do that. The other way tasks can be created are through smart plans. So if you've already watched the smart plan video, or you have taken the class, you probably know that smart plans are largely made up of tasks. Some of them can be automated and some of them are manual. So whenever you have a manual task come up in a smart plan, generally it's going to be a phone call, a letter, it could be texting if you don't have automatic texting set up. Any of those things are going to be manual. So when they're manual, that means that a task is going to be generated to remind you to do whatever that task is. So for example, we are going to go to Smart Plans here, and I made a task already that was a phone call, a delay, another phone call with a different topic, and this is just going to repeat, and I made it for once a month. So phone calls will always show up as tasks because there's no auto dialer in command. So you need to remember to call these people. So what it's going to do is I'm going to go over here to add contact, and I'm going to add this contact to the smart plan. I'm going to start it now, confirm, and I have a new contact on this. I'm going to go back to my tasks. I'm going to make sure I'm looking in advance, 7 days out, and you see that contact I just put on here has a task already created. It knows it's going to remind me on the 26th that I need to call this individual. So again, there's multiple ways you can do the tasks, but they will pop up here and they will remind you to get done. Next, we are going to cover opportunity tasks. So opportunity tasks are exactly what they sound like, and they are associated with your opportunities. So what we're going to do is start by going to opportunities first. We are going to find one of my opportunities. Let's use Andrew Hicks here. And we're going to go up here to the top where you see this 0 out of 0. You're going to click that. And this is actually a checklist for this section of opportunities. If you have not taken the opportunities training yet, this may be a little bit confusing, but bear with me because I promise it's super helpful. Each section you have in opportunities, you can create a checklist for that stage the contract is in. So let's just say this section here is escrow. So Andrew's contract is currently in this stage of being under contract. So what we're going to do is say drop off check to title. We're going to set a due date. We're going to say, okay, well, it's due on Wednesday. We'll just leave the time. That's fine. And we'll hit save. This gets added to a checklist that once it's completed, I can check off from right here. Or I can view it. We're going back to that task section. I'm going to go to my opportunity tasks, hit the next 7 days, and I can see that opportunity task here for Andrew, and I can complete that task right there, and it's all done. We're going to go back to the opportunity so you can just see how that connection works. I have Andrew's listing here, and you see 1 out of 1 is completed. It is checked off. It is good to go. So that's where those are going to pop up. When you are on your home screen, so we're going to go back to home, it automatically pops up with contact tasks. So it's important that when you're looking at these, you get in the habit of just clicking this little arrow and looking at opportunity tasks to make sure you don't have anything due today for opportunity tasks. So that's just a way to kind of keep you organized, get rid of the sticky notes, get rid of all the different million things that you have, scraps of paper, and just put it all in one place. It's so helpful because even after you complete something, you can go back and look it up. You can, if you associate a task with a client, it's in that contact. So it's just a great way to stay more and more organized and always make sure that you're kind of on top of everything that you need to be doing.